Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Kyla, and if you're not new here, then welcome back. So for today's video, I will be doing a Q&A. I know I put a poll on my story a few days ago and asked you guys if you wanted a Q&A or a baking video. Almost everyone picked baking video, but I realized that I actually don't have the baking materials. In replacement for that, I will be doing a Q&A video. So to accompany me today, I have my friend Peppa. Yeah, so for our first question today, what do you want to be when you're older? If you're a friend of mine or even a mutual on one of my socials, you'll know that I'm someone who's always been super close to music. But I feel like becoming a singer is unrealistic even if I'm fond of writing or singing songs. I don't feel like it's the best option for me. If I spoke realistically, I'd want to be like an architect or a lawyer because they're both good paying jobs and I think I could do a good job in both fields. So for the next question is, why did you turn to God? I'll answer this in detail because I think if I answer this vaguely, then it might make a few misunderstandings. So I was offered into a church, INC, because my parents were already INC members even before I was born. So I grew up attending worship services and CFO activities, but as a kid, I think that it just felt like a routine to me and not something that I genuinely look forward to, unfortunately, and it's not something I'm proud of. But as I moved to Canada when I was 12, I went through a really hard time since I didn't know anyone yet. I think that's when I realized that this is when I needed God the most, so I started praying more and attending more activities and just genuinely actually having a good time at church. Also, I know this is so random, but you know how I introduced you guys to Peppa? I actually have I just remember that she has a name, Gigi. Moving on from that. Third question. How do you handle depressive episodes? Although I'm only 13, there have been times in my life where I felt really low, even though I knew that there were people that I could talk to. I feel like the biggest thing I was missing is communication. I didn't talk it out with my parents or my friends because I didn't want to burden them, because I knew that everyone has, their own burdens to carry in their life, and I didn't want to add to that. And even if I did talk it out with my friends, I still felt guilty afterwards, and not much would change after. So I tried my best to change it, and now my advice is to always pray to our Almighty God first, because He, out of all people, knows the solution to all of our problems and knows what the future holds. As long as we trust in Him and fulfill our duties as His servants, He will give us even greater things than what we're asking for in our prayers. Even past that, after praying, what I like to do is try to talk it out with others. Even I'm not just saying this, I mean this entirely. Don't be afraid to talk it out. I know it's scary because you don't want to add to people's problems. I know how it feels. I've been there. But there are people who have advice for you, and advice that actually helps and isn't just something that they say for the sake of saying it. So for the fourth question is, what are your icks? I'll just state 3 for the sake of not talking too much, but for the first one is talking or chewing obnoxiously loud while eating. Let me put a scenario out there so I don't sound rude or anything. Let's say I'm out eating with my friends, or some people that maybe I'm not close to, and someone's talking or chewing obnoxiously loud while eating, and I feel really bothered by it. And it's not even just me, everyone else is also uncomfortable, but no one is saying anything because they don't want to sound rude. But it's really annoying. Please don't talk when you're eating with your mouth full. Yeah, you can talk in between, after you're done digesting, well, not digesting, after you're done chewing your food, and in between bites. But if your mouth is full, don't talk, or don't open your mouth. Second is not caring about their well-being. By this, I don't mean being selfless. I don't mean that being selfless is an ick. That's good. That's a good thing. That's a good trait. But what I mean is if you're someone who doesn't care about their grades in school, or doesn't care about hygiene, or doesn't clean their room, then I'm really icked out. And it's not even just an ick, I'm grossed out. Ick is an understatement. The least you can do for yourself is take care of yourself and the place that you're surrounded in, and build a future for yourself. That's such a big trait in someone, I feel like. And then for the third one is hypocrisy. I know there's times that everyone, at some point, everyone's been a hypocrite, even me. But people who repeatedly do it and know that they're doing it and isn't doing anything to change it, that's not even an ick. That's a red flag. If you're telling people not to do something and you proceed to do it willingly, fully knowing that it's wrong, then. For the fifth question is, how do you maintain good grades? Studying. that's the only word I have. And I know it's common sense, but what I mean by like studying is like even at home, even if you don't have homework, try your best to understand what you're learning at school. Like, you know, make the effort to understand what you're learning at school, not just to get over it, you know. Like, you have to like enjoy studying to like, you know, actually get good grades, I feel like. Because if you don't enjoy studying, yeah, let's say you don't enjoy studying but you get good grades anyway, it's like the outcome isn't as satisfying as you think it would be, you know. Find a way to like enjoy it, like romanticize it. Like, that's what I like to do, or like even my friends, like that's what they like to do. They try to find, you know. So for the sixth question is, where do you want to travel? Potentially, I think I want to travel to like every single country that there is out there. But like my top two right now, and for the longest time, is Switzerland and Japan. I don't think there's any particular reason why I'm attracted, but like I think it's just because, you know, it's just because of their unique and gorgeous sceneries. Like, I see a lot of videos on it. I know there's like, you know, videos of other countries where like you're like, whoa, that's insane. But like the two countries that get stuck in my head after seeing their videos is Switzerland and Japan. For question number 7, how do you handle drama with friends? Communicate and forgive. I've been through so many misunderstandings with my friends before, and the thing that I get out of it every single time is that you have to talk it out and be ready to forgive. Like, whether it's your fault or theirs, you need to be understanding if you really care about your friendship. Like, it doesn't even have to be like, you know, like someone doesn't have to do anything wrong. It could just be an misunderstanding, but both of you have to be in interest to actually make the effort to understand. Because if you guys aren't seeing the same thing and you guys aren't willing to change that, then it's not gonna get better. You guys are gonna stay on bad terms. I feel like this is also such a big way to like find out who really cares about your friendship. If they're willing to change things, if they're willing to fix things, then that's a real friend. But if they're not, if they want to just stay mad and like not fix anything, then are they really a real friend? Question number 8, are you a cat or a dog person? I'll leave this question for the comment section and see who gets it right, and I'll leave the answer in my next video, so watch out for that. And if any of my friends get this wrong, I'm gonna get really mad. So for the last question, question number 9, what are your favorite Bible verses? I actually wrote some down so that I wouldn't have to think about it at the top of my head, but just for reference, all of these are in Good News Translation because that's the translation that I read in. So I don't think I'll talk further into it. I'll just read out the verses so you guys know what I'm talking about and don't have to, like, you know, search it up yourselves. But here we go. So the first one is Jeremiah 33 verse 3. Call to me and I will answer you. I will tell you wonderful and marvelous things that you know nothing about. Next one is Isaiah 60 verse 22. Even your smallest and humblest family will become as great as a powerful nation. When the right time comes, I will make this happen quickly. I am the Lord. Proverbs 17:22. Being cheerful keeps you healthy. It is slow death to be gloomy all the time. 2 Corinthians 4 verse 8. We are often troubled but not crushed, sometimes in doubt but never in despair. Psalm 9 verse 12. God remembers those who suffer. He does not forget their cry, and he punishes those who wrong them. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you guys got to learn a little bit more about me. If you haven't followed me already, go follow me on Insta just for updates in my life. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye!